Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Robert, how are you?
How are you, friend? Huh?
I got this lead that's going to blow your mind.
Wow. What do you got? What do you got?
I tracked the guy down who has the McCartney tape.
Wow.
His name's Dan, and
He was recording McCartney is the story that I have.
literally recording him at Junior's farm.
Yeah.
And, I mean, who knows what's on there, but, I'm sitting there fantasizing you guys go out there.
You may hear the original version of Junior's Farm or something.
This is almost like a holy grail of rock and roll item here.
In '74, Paul McCartney was in Nashville recording and rehearsing for Wings Across America tour. They've basically taken up residence for 6 weeks in rural Tennessee, outside of Nashville, on a farm that's owned by Curly Jr. Putnam.
And to top it off, there is rumor that he has somehow recorded them while they were rehearsing. These would be tapes that the world has never heard. There is no distance too far to chase this rock and roll gold. And if he's got it, we want to know about it.
Hey man, what's going
Hey.
on? Steven.
Hey, Stephen. Dan.
Nice meeting you.
Robert, hey, I've heard so much about you. Let's hear some Paul McCartney. Yeah.
Got stuff on both sides of the walls.
Wow.
I had this framed in the 70s. This has a lot of my memories and photographs.
Wow. Now, back it up.
Yeah.
Tell the story. What happened?
Well, there was a little blip in the Nashville paper that said Paul McCartney may pay a visit to Music Row.
All right.
So I subscribed to a magazine called Melody Maker in England, which is like Rolling Stone.
Oh, sure.
And I called them up and I said, I'm a reporter and I would like to represent your magazine. And they said, well, do you have any experience? Yes, I've written several articles.
And you're completely duping them.
I'm just making it up as I go. They said, okay, and they sent me this letter dated June 9th, 1974.
Unbelievable.
So after hearing rumors of where they were outside of Nashville, I drove up and down the road looking for what was supposed to be a mansion with a swimming pool, and it was supposed to be a doctor's house. There was a farmer in his overalls walking down the road, and he was my only option.
So I stuff of movies right here.
I just asked him, I said, sir, do you know where there's a large house on this road? One of the Beatles is supposed to be living there. He said, oh, they're at Junior Putnam's place.
This is money. Yeah.
He said, it's on up the road here. And he gave me directions. And so the next thing I was doing was pulling in the driveway, and a few members of the band were out in the yard, and I presented them this letter. That's how we got
That's your
started.
credibility right there.
Perpetuating the lie.
Yes.
This is almost famous, the film, but true to life and better.
That's you.
This is me with Paul out at the gate.
Here's this great shot of Dan leaning on the rental car, and Paul McCartney's peering out of the car.
This is a one-sided demo record
Right.
that wasn't released till much later, called Soily. And then here's Paul and Linda has signed this for me.
That's phenomenal.
Well, the story gets better. Not only does Dan encounter Wings and Paul, but he kind of hangs out with them for a few weeks on end. That is just crazy. A young fan manipulating his way into the inner circle of one of the biggest rock stars of our time. That just does not happen anymore.
I finally, at some point, got enough nerve to borrow a tape recorder, and I stood in the field when they were practicing, and I recorded Paul and Wings doing Bam on the Run, Jet, My Love.
Unheard audio of any significant rock star, that's like finding a gold mine. $1 million question here. Did you ever duplicate these and offer them out and give them out to friends?
No.
So you really think no one's got a copy?
They couldn't be because I have the only
You've
copy.
been in control of it.
Yeah, for 40 years.
Wow.
It's just an amazing story, but he can't talk fast enough for me. I've got to hear these tapes.
I mean, I'm standing outside in the field with a cassette recorder that I've now transferred to reel.
Okay.
And they're just practicing in the garage.